Welcome to our daily Forex market analysis, and this is for trading on February the 26th, 2021. Just a quick disclaimer here before we get started. This is for educational purposes only. Trading is a risky business, so please be careful with your money. As usual, we'll start off by taking a look at our calendar here. So before we dive in, a quick look at what's going on in the market. We saw a sharp sell-off in the equities today. We did talk about that. So overall, everything is very, very stretched right now, and there was a lot of volatility. We did see some positive stuff, and then things turned around. So overall, right now, it seems like there's profit taking coming into play. In terms of the stimulus package in the US, it hasn't really been approved yet. There are some concerns in regards to the wages, the $15 an hour wage rate. But other than that, let's take a look at what's going on or what's coming up here on Friday. In terms of the important data, we don't have a ton of critical data, nothing red, but we do have Chicago PMI numbers here. For the US, we have consumer sentiment numbers, and also the G20 meetings are starting. So this will be interesting because the stance from the US will be different than it has been it was from the previous administration. So any kind of positive comments out of that would be good. But overall, all we are seeing right now in the market, the volatility is mainly caused by just the markets actually more of the profit taking and markets reacting to the extreme high that we have seen. Now that the Fed decision is over, the stimulus is all priced in, we have seen that decline. All right, so let's go on to the charts here. We'll start off with euro dollar. Euro did go through this resistance that we had talked about. It went all the way into the previous support resistance at 1.2240, and now we have a move to the downside. So it unraveled from there, went all the way up, and a sharp move to the downside here. So in this case, I am looking for price to pull back a bit here, and then if it holds here, we're looking for price to make another leg lower here. So bias here is neutral to bearish. And in terms of the target here, the target is 1.2080. So the first target is 1.2100. Second target 1.2080 for euro dollar. Pound here, pound did decline. So as we can see here in the euro, we have a similar setup today as we saw in the pound yesterday. So here we had a similar pin bar type setup, price pulled back, and now we saw a decline here. So bias is bearish here still. Now we do need to see a move or a hold below 1.3980 for this to continue. So in this case, bias is bearish. We may see a bit of a pullback here, and then looking for a decline towards 1.3880. So bias is bearish for pound dollar. Aussie dollar here, this one as well, almost got into the second target here, and it actually turned around from 0.800. Nice big bearish candle close here. Now price did come into the support here, so this is something to be careful about. If it doesn't go through the support here, we could see another leg higher, so watch out for that. This is an important support resistance level here. So for now, bias is bearish. I would be careful with 0.7820. Once it crosses through this one, we're looking at 0.7750. So bias here is bearish for Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar here, this one as well turned around, and now we are into support. So this is an important support resistance level. Again, price could get stuck here, and if it holds above, we could see another leg higher. So watch out for that. So right now, bias is bearish. It's already at the first target. So only if it goes through this one, then we're looking at 0.7275. So bias is bearish here for New Zealand dollar as well. Dollar CAD here, this one, again, we did see a drop, and then price bounced higher from there. Now it's into important support resistance level again. So all the commodity currencies are into important levels. So this is where price has struggled previously. It came back in here, and then dropped from here. So it's already, so today's candle close was bullish, but it moved up already in the Asian session here. So at this point, it could come back into the range. So at this point, the bias here, well, it was bullish, but at this point, the concern is it's right into the resistance level here. So especially with the move higher here, this is a bit of an inefficient move, not completely inefficient, but it's really one-sided, so price can come back all the way into the support level. So I'd keep an eye on this neutral bias here. Basically, I'm expecting it to trade within this range, 1.2650 and 1.2480. All right, let's take a look at our commodities here. Looking bearish here. Price has been trading sideways in this range. It couldn't make it through the resistance, and then tried once again, failed. We have a nice bearish engulfing candle, so looking for a drop towards 26.80 here. So bearish bias for silver. Gold here, same thing. We talked about this one, neutral bias yesterday. Now we have seen that decline. It couldn't get through this resistance. Now, looking bearish, the concern here would be we are right into support, and this is where price has struggled previously. So in this case, we do have to wait a bit for it to drop right through the support here. So bias is bearish. Just be mindful of this one. Next target is 1725. So bias is bearish for gold. Oil here, oil looking neutral at the moment. As we can see, price didn't really do a whole lot. So with this one, bias is neutral. If it doesn't go through, we're looking for this reversal towards 60.75. So bias is neutral here for oil. And many times what we see is after the neutral candle, price tends to turn around. So watch out for that. Copper here, copper also looking bearish, didn't quite make it to 4.35, just made it to 4.32. And now we have a bearish engulfing candle here. So bias is bearish. It is into support, so keep that in mind, but bearish bias here. Once we see a drop through 1.45, we're looking at, sorry, 4.15, we're looking at 4.04. So bearish bias for copper here. Bitcoin here, this is setting up the way we had discussed. Price wasn't able to hold through this support resistance level at 50,675. It tried to go through, failed. Now we have a nice pin bar. So looking for price to drop further here. And target here is 44,770. So bias here is bearish. And then should we see a continuation, we're looking at 41,900. So bias is bearish for now for Bitcoin. S&P 500 bias is bearish here. We have a nice decline. In this case, only thing to keep in mind here is price is right into support here. And this is where it has been trading sideways here. So with this, I'm looking for a move towards this support resistance level at 3850. If it fails, we're looking for another move lower, 3760. So bias here is bearish for S&P 500. Nasdaq here, same thing as we talked about yesterday. Price wasn't able to make through the resistance here. We have a nice bearish candle close. The only concern here is price is right into support. And as we can see here, this has been a big support level that price has failed at several times. So we need to see a break through this support level. Now we could get a pullback here towards 12,950, and then if it holds, continuation move to the downside here towards 12,500. So bias here is bearish for Nasdaq. Dow Jones, same thing here. Price did turn around, but now we're back into the support where price has struggled many times before. So in this case, I'm looking for a bit of a pullback, and then we do need to see a drop here to through the support level here, and then continuation move to the downside. So something like this, but we do need to see a drop to through 31,220 for it to continue lower. So for now, bias is bearish. Just be mindful of this support here. So next target here is 31,000, and then we're looking at 30,650. So bearish bias here, but I would be careful about the support level. DAX here, this as well, it did try to go through the resistance, couldn't quite hold, and now we have a bearish engulfing candle. Next target is 13,650, and then below that we are looking at 13,550. So bearish bias here for DAX as well. FTSE, same thing, price failed here at this previous support resistance level, and now next target here is 65.30, and then below that we're looking at 64.75. But this is again a support level that price hasn't been able to break, so we do need to see a close below that. So bias here is bearish for FTSE, and first target 65.30 and then 64.75. Last but not least, Nikkei, we had talked about this bearish trend line here, and as we can see, price went right into the trend line and then it has dropped. So we have a bearish engulfing candle close. It closed below the support level that it was struggling with, so bias is bearish, but it is already into the first target level here. Next level that we need to look at would be 28,865. So bearish bias here. With this one here, we do need to see a breakthrough here for it to continue lower. Otherwise, it could bounce off. So the level to watch here would be 29,150. All right, so that's it for now. You guys have a wonderful trading day and a very nice weekend, and I will see you again on Sunday. Bye for now.